Dear children, let's study about molecular orbital theory. MO theory or MOT. We studied valence bond theory. Valence bond theory talk about the atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals present in the valence shell of atoms undergo overlapping, resulting in the formation of covalent bond. MOT talk about molecular orbitals. Let us discuss the points in MOT one by one. You know that in atoms, electrons are present in atomic orbital, regions called atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals we have studied the region where maximum probability to find electron around the nucleus in an atom. Whereas the similar regions in molecules are named as molecular orbital. That is, in molecules the electrons are present in molecular orbitals. And these molecular orbitals are formed by the combination of atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals, when combined, molecular orbitals are formed. The various atomic orbitals we know S, P, D, F, etc. And these are designated as 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, etc. And P atomic orbital we know there are 3, px, py, pz. Similarly, molecular orbitals are also of different types. The different types of molecular orbitals they are named as sigma, pi, delta, etc. In this chapter, we will talk only about sigma and pi molecular orbital. When we compare the atomic orbitals and molecular orbital, an atomic orbital contains only one nucleus. The electron in an atomic orbital is influenced by one nucleus because the atom contains only one nucleus. Hence, it is said to be monocentric. Atomic orbitals are monocentric, whereas molecular orbitals, the electrons are influenced by two or more nuclei. Because nucleus contain two or more nuclei depending upon the number of atoms present in the molecule. So, molecular orbitals are said to be polycentric. And these atomic orbitals, when combined to form molecular orbitals, these combining atomic orbitals should have same or nearly same energy. Any two atomic orbitals when combined, we won't get a molecular orbital. The combining atomic orbitals must have same or nearly same energy and proper symmetry to form molecular orbitals. That means 1s atomic orbital can combine with 1s atomic orbital only. 2px can combine with 2px only. 2py can combine with 2py only. Pz can combine with pz only. Means the combining orbital should have same energy or nearly same energy. And they should have proper symmetry. Means the shape should be same. Oneness of one orbital, oneness atomic orbital of one atom, if it has the same energy as 2s orbital of another atom, these two can combine. Means the combining orbital should have same or nearly same energy. And they should have proper symmetry in order to form molecular orbitals. Next point, as we already told, atomic orbitals combine to form molecular orbitals. The number of atomic orbitals combined will be equal to the number of MOs formed. For example, if two atomic orbitals combine, we get two molecular orbitals. And the two molecular orbitals are of two types. One is called bonding molecular orbital. The other one is called anti-bonding molecular orbital. The bonding molecular orbital has lower energy than the combining atomic orbital. It has lower energy and hence it is more stable. Whereas the anti-bonding molecular orbitals have higher energy than the combining parent atomic orbital. Hence they are less stable. So molecular orbitals are of two types, bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now the last postulate, the electrons are arranged in various molecular orbitals in accordance with the Aufbau principle, Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Means the same three principles that we followed in writing electronic configuration in atomic orbitals, we need to follow here also in the case of molecular orbitals. Now let us discuss how these molecular orbitals are formed by the combination of atomic orbitals. The linear combination of atomic orbitals result in the formation of molecular orbitals. Let us explain what is this linear combination of atomic orbitals. Here we need the help of wave mechanics. According to wave mechanics, an electron can be considered as a wave. In quantum mechanics, we learned electron has got both particle nature and wave nature. And the atomic orbital can be best expressed as the wave function psi. What is wave function psi? It is the amplitude of the electron wave. So according to wave mechanics, electron is a wave. Let this be the electron wave. The amplitude of the electron wave is wave function psi. So an atomic orbital can be best represented by wave function. So the combination of atomic orbitals can be explained as the combination of wave function or the combination of electron waves. Combination of electron waves can be of two types. First one, let this be one wave and let this be the second wave. If these two are added and one wave exactly above the other one, coinciding two waves exactly above the other one, or this can be viewed as the addition of wave function psi. Let this be psi 1, let this be psi 2. This is called constructive interference. Constructive interference. This type of combination of electron waves result in, here what happened, these two waves reinforce one another. In these two are added, the crusts are added, the troughs are added. That means we get a larger one. The two waves are reinforced as a result of constructive interference. One exactly above the other. And this constructive interference between the electron waves result in bonding molecular orbital, which is having lower energy. Now the second type of combination of the wave, that is, this is the first wave. If you subtract the wave function psi, that is psi 1 minus psi 2. That means they cancel each other. The electron waves, these two will cancel each other, these two will cancel each other. That is called destructive interference. Here what happens? The electron waves cancel each other. This results in anti-bonding molecular orbital, which is having higher energy. The anti-bonding molecular orbital we always represented by putting a star sign. Above the symbol of the MO, we put a star sign to represent it is anti-bonding. Anti-bonding molecular orbital. So the constructive interference of electron wave result in bonding MO, and the destructive interference result in anti-bonding molecular orbital. This constructive can be imagined as the coinciding or one exactly about this way, second wave. The destructive, if one wave this way, the other one combined with the first one like this way, the electron waves cancel each other and form anti-bonding molecular orbital. In the case of constructive interference, the electron waves reinforce each other and form bonding MO. Let us explain this with the help of hydrogen molecule. Two hydrogen atoms combine to form H2 molecule. Let us name the hydrogen atom A and B. The electronic configuration, each hydrogen atom contains 1s atomic orbital with 1 electron. 1s1 electronic configuration. Let this electron is represented by, let this 1s electrons are represented by wave function psi A and psi B. The combination of this 1s atomic orbital can be mathematically expressed as the addition and subtraction of wave function psi. That is, if the wave functions psi are added, addition of wave functions psi A and psi B result in bonding molecular orbital. This is represented by psi AB. And the subtraction of the wave function psi A minus psi B result in anti-bonding molecular orbital represented by psi star AB. This is anti-bonding MO. So the formation of bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbital is due to the addition and subtraction of wave function psi. That is, the 1s atomic orbital, this be the 1s atomic orbital of first hydrogen, 1s atomic orbital of second hydrogen. When these two atomic orbitals combine, we get two molecular orbitals. One is having lower energy. This is the bonding atomic orbital. It is having lower energy. And the other one having higher energy is the anti-bonding molecular orbital represented by psi star AB. Here the psi AB is formed by the combination of psi A and psi B. Addition of psi A and psi B result in bonding MO. Or we can say the constructive interference of 1s electron waves result in bonding molecular orbital. Or the subtraction of psi A and psi B result in anti-bonding MO, or we can say the destructive interference of the electron waves result in anti-bonding molecular orbital. Clear? Now let us discuss about different types of MOs. Types of molecular orbital. As we have already told, molecular orbitals are sigma, pi, delta, etc. Here we will talk only about sigma and pi. Let's take a sigma molecular orbital. Sigma molecular orbitals are the molecular orbitals which are symmetric about the bond axis. Whereas pi molecular orbitals are not symmetric about the bond axis. Let us find which all are the atomic orbitals which are symmetric about the bond axis. and then result into sigma MO. We know the various atomic orbitals are S atomic orbital spherical in shape, px atomic orbital along the x-axis, py atomic orbital along the y-axis, pz atomic orbital along the z-axis. Px, py, pz. This is S atomic orbital. And by convention, we select z-axis. Z-axis is considered as the bond axis. The molecular axis or the bond axis is taken as z-axis. So, which are the atomic orbitals that are symmetric about the bond axis? If you take here, if this is the bond axis, which all atomic orbitals are symmetric? Here this S atomic orbital is spherical in shape. It is symmetric, right? So, the combination of S atomic orbital result in the combination of S atomic orbital result in sigma molecular orbital. Then out of px, py and pz, which is symmetric about the bond axis. Here this px atomic orbital has got an upper lobe, lower lobe. Upper lobe has got plus sign, lower lobe minus sign. And here in py also plus and minus lobes are there. Here the right lobe is plus, this one is minus. Out of px, py and pz, the px and py, you can see the upper lobe is positive, lower lobe is negative. That means it is not symmetric. Symmetric with respect to the shape, but the sign will be different. Above and below the bond axis, the sign on the lobes are different. But in the case of pz atomic orbital is symmetric about the bond axis. Means around the bond axis, on up above and below the bond axis, we have identical halves. That means pz atomic orbital is symmetric about the bond axis. So the combination of pz atomic orbital also result in sigma molecular orbital. S orbital and pz atomic orbitals, when combined, we get a sigma molecular orbital. Now coming to pi molecular orbital, these are not symmetric about the bond axis. So which are the atomic orbitals which form pi molecular orbital? Px and py. So the combination of px atomic orbital. If two px atomic orbitals are combined, what do we get? We get pi molecular orbital. Similarly, two py atomic orbital. Two py atomic orbital also when combined, that result in pi molecular orbital. Clear, children? S atomic orbital, pz atomic orbitals form sigma molecular orbital. Suppose if we have 1s atomic orbital, combination of 1s atomic orbital. Let this be 1s atomic orbital. If 1s atomic orbitals are combined, that result in 2 molecular orbital. They form sigma molecular orbital. How to represent the sigma MO? Sigma 1. These are formed from 1s atomic orbital. No, this is sigma 1s atomic orbital. This is the bonding molecular orbital, having lower energy than the 1s atomic orbitals. The other one having higher energy, that is the anti-bonding MO. How to represent? Sigma star 1s. This is the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Similarly, the combination of pz atomic orbital, let it be 2pz. This is also 2pz. The combination of 2pz atomic orbitals also result in 2 MOs. One is bonding MO, the other one is anti-bonding MO. The bonding MO, how to write? Pz also result in sigma molecular orbital. So sigma 2pz. This is the bonding molecular orbital. It has lower energy and more stability than the combining pz atomic orbital. And the anti-bonding molecular orbital, how to represent? Sigma star 2pz. It is having higher energy and less stability. compared to the combining parent atomic orbitals. Similarly, the combination of px and py atomic orbitals. Suppose this is our px, 2px combined with 2px. We get two molecular orbital. One is bonding MO, the other one is anti-bonding MO. The px atomic orbitals when combined form pi molecular orbital. So this is pi formed from 2p. So this is represented as 2 pi 2px. This one is pi star 2px. Similarly, the combination of py atomic orbital result in 2px 2py result in pi 2py and pi star 2py molecular orbitals. Clear, children? So the various molecular orbitals produced from the 1s, 2s and 2p atomic orbital. The atomic orbitals are 1s, 2s, 2p, etc. 2p there are 2px, 2py, 2pz. Let us write the molecular orbitals formed by them. 1s can form, s orbital always forms sigma molecular orbital. So it is represented by sigma 1s. When two 1s atomic orbitals we combine, we get sigma 1s and sigma star 1s. These are the molecular orbitals formed from 1s orbital. Similarly, 2s orbitals when combined, we get 2 MOs, sigma 2s and sigma star 2s. Now the combination of 2px atomic orbitals result in pi MO. So pi 2px and pi star 2px. 2py also result in pi. So pi 2py, pi star 2py. Then we have 2pz. 2pz form sigma MO. So sigma 2pz and sigma star 2pz. MOs formed from 2pz atomic orbital. So these are the atomic orbital. These are the orbitals in molecules. That is molecular orbitals. Electronic arrangement. The filling of electrons in these various molecular orbitals. We need to obey the same three rules we followed in filling electrons in atomic orbital. Now let us also draw the linear combination, the diagrams for getting the linear combination of atomic orbitals. First we take 1s atomic orbital. This is 1s atomic orbital plus another 1s atomic orbital. Here it is, if it is addition of the wave function or constructive interference, it would result in a larger lobe with nuclei and the electrons in between the nuclei. This is the representation of sigma 1s. If the 1s atomic orbitals are subtracted, wave functions of these 1s atomic orbitals are subtracted, that is destructive interference, electron waves cancel each other, the diagram obtained is like this. Here the electrons are away from the nucleus. Electrons will be here, away from the nucleus. In sigma 1s, the electron density will be lying between the nucleus. That's why it is more stable. Here in the case of, this is anti-bonding sigma star 1s. Here the electron density is away from the nucleus. Hence it is less stable. Here you can see a region, can see a plane where there is no electron. So what is this one? This is a nodal plane. Sigma star 1s atomic orbital contain one nodal plane. So 1s atomic orbital on constructive interference or the addition of wave function result in bonding MO. This is bonding molecular orbital. This is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Destructive interference result in anti-bonding MO. There is a nodal plane. Now let us take P Z atomic orbital. This be the P Z atomic orbital, positive lobe, negative lobe, plus one more P Z atomic orbital, positive lobe, negative lobe. These are P Z atomic orbital. If they are added, or if they undergo constructive interference, let's see the arrangement in MO. One larger lobe, positive lobe in the middle, then a smaller lobes left side and the right side. This will form the bonding MO, that is sigma 2pz. This is bonding molecular orbital, lower energy orbital, molecular orbital. Now the subtraction of function of 2pz minus 2pz, that is the destructive interference, result in anti-bonding MO, that is sigma star 2pz. The arrangement in sigma star 2pz is one larger lobe, there is a smaller lobe, then again a smaller lobe, larger lobe, like that the arrangement. Plus, minus, minus, plus. This is sigma star anti-bonding molecular orbital of 2pz. Similarly, we can also show the constructive and destructive interference between px atomic orbital, px, let it be 2px, this is also 2px, plus lobes, minus lobes, when they undergo constructive interference, addition of a function. What do we get? We get here the electron arrangement, then here upper lobe positive, lower lobe negative. This is called px atomic orbital, no, to result in pi MO, that is pi to px. This is bonding MO, lower energy orbital, and the subtraction of px atomic orbital, subtraction minus px again 2px atomic orbital, destructive interference, result in an arrangement like plus lobes minus lobes. Here you can see this is a nodal plane, this is also a nodal plane. That means two nodal planes are present in, this is pi star 2px anti-bonding molecular orbital. It contains two nodes. Here you can see in pi 2px, here there is a plane where no electrons present. This is a nodal plane. One nodal plane in pi 2px. PZ we have drawn, no. PZ I forgot to tell the nodes present in PZ. The PZ anti-bonding. PZ bonding, that is sigma to PZ. How did we represent? Sigma to PZ, a larger lobe, then a smaller lobe on either side. Here here one node will be there, here one node will be there. That means two nodes. Two nodes are present in 2pz. In sigma star 2pz, the arrangement was like a larger lobe, smaller lobe, then a smaller lobe, larger lobe. Here there were how many nodes? Three nodes. Three nodes were present in sigma star 2pz. Clear, children?